Hello everyone. This is Tabona. So welcome to our Forex training, which is a package that is carefully compiled by our team, just being presented by me. Otherwise, we have used our experiences from trading and working with brokers in the money markets. So everything we're going to be teaching you is of high importance. Our first lecture that I'm going to be presenting, very important. Doesn't matter you're a beginner or a veteran trader. It's something that is concerning brokers, banks, and the issues of deposits and withdrawals. We want to learn how all that connects to each other. Okay, so I'm going to start off discussing about banks. What is the relation banks do have in the forex market? So basically the connection between all these four things, we need to understand them today as to know what we are going to be doing as we start practicing forex. Right. The first thing I'm going to mention here is about banks. As you know, that the forex market is being provided and financed by banks. There are so many banks around the world that are providing forex market. We're talking about the Bank of England, the Bank of Australia, the Bank of Canada, the Reserve Federal Bank of the United States. So all these central banks are heavily involved in the forex market. So as a forex trader, I don't know where these banks are located, nor do I know anyone who is working in these banks. So when I need to trade in forex, I will need a middleman to connect me to the market itself. So the middleman will have to carry out my operations. That is where now banks are now being connected to the forex brokers. All right, good. So forex brokers now, they come into play as the middlemen, as I was talking about. So I'm going to explain a little bit what is actually a forex broker. There are so many brokers, insurance brokers, whatever brokers. I'm specifically talking about a forex broker. A forex broker, as I mentioned earlier, is just a middleman connecting a forex trader and the money markets. And I say the money markets are being provided by the central banks. So the forex brokers, in their hundreds, because there are so many in the world, they represent their clients that sign up to their services. So what it means is that if you want to be a forex trader, or if you are a forex trader, what it means is you are able to be a forex trader under a specific forex broker, which represent you as their client in the money markets. That is why when you want to be a forex trader, whether you are joining us, our company, we will give you a link, or we will tell you where to go and sign up for your trading account, because you must be affiliated to a specific forex broker. Alone, you cannot access the forex market. So the forex broker, once they receive clients that sign up for their services, what they do is now they provide you, the client, with their products. When I'm talking about products, I'm talking about the trading platforms Forex brokers, they have different types of trading platforms. Some, they have what we call the MT4, which is MetaTrader 4. It's a trading platform. Some, they have a MetaTrader 5. Some, they have a web terminal. It comes in different forms. I'll just show you right now. So they provide you with. So here's this is Axie. You can actually see it from here. That's Axie right there. So a broker will have to provide you a platform like this. That is where you're going to be initiating your trades. You can see I'm in a trade right here. Okay, so this is an MT4 platform. Other brokers will have to give you a different type of platform. Let me just show you. Maybe let's go to let's go to IQ options. So as you can see, this is IQ options. You can do your trades here. We also have others. They give you a web version. You can do it right here. So all these products, they must come as free services. You don't have to pay for this. So what you have to do is sign up for an account, and then your broker will have to give you such services. You can use Globex 360. So that's what brokers do. They have to give their clients their products and some services, including the deposits, the withdrawals, and that's how we get connected. That's how we get connected about what brokers do. Farewell. So let us talk about how one has to be affiliated to a specific broker. How does that work? What are the requirements? So I'll just give you an example. If you following our guidance with all the vast experience that we have, with the experience working with all these brokers, there are certain brokers that we highly recommend, and there are other brokers that we encourage not even to attempt using such brokers. I'm going to explain further everything about brokers, but for the issues of KYC, know your client, the brokers, they request those things. If you are under our academy, we highly recommend you to use the brokers that we use. The top broker that we are working with under our Wealth Project 2021, which is all funding talented traders. You can get more information about all this. The number one broker that we are recommending is called Axie. So you can go to just our website, which is Everlasting TP right there, and then you count is going to take you to their registration page. Because remember, for you to be a trader, you need a middleman, such kind of a broker, to represent you, to give you all these products and the services that you're going to be utilizing. So once you click that link on our page on our website, or maybe we can give you a link directly up or Telegram, and then you go to their page. There's a registration page. Right, you need is basically two things. You need your ID and your passport. These brokers, they are also required by the liquidity providers and regulators. This KYC, know your client procedure. So they have also to present that the clients that we are representing are real people. They're not robots. They are real people Therefore, your ID or your passport that you are going to be sending them should be clear. All four corners of your ID or your passport should be visible. What is written there, front and back, should be very clear for them to see. That's how you verify your account. Then number 2, you need what we call POP, proof of residence. Proof of residence can come as a bank statement, as a utility bill, or any formal document that bears your name, the way that you provided them here. If you provide their name like this, it also should be on your proof of residence. Okay, that's how you get your verified client. Okay, so when you put your address and your phone number, it should be the same with your documentations. All right, that's how you go about it. Having said that, I'll tell you what, I have worked with so many brokers. I worked with XM Brokers, I worked with Hot Forex, I've traded on XNES, I've traded on Plus 500, IQ Options, I've also traded with Think Markets, Alvexo, Blueberry Markets, IC Markets, Inward Market, CyberFX, JP Markets. I can tell you a number of a lot of brokers that I've worked with. So what I'm going to be teaching you here is out of experience. It's not a theory. I'll be telling you deep things, deep secrets about brokers. So first things first, you must make sure that you sign up for a client's account with a specific broker. But I'm going to tell you now why a certain broker and not any other type of a broker. You must know the differences. All right. So let's move on to deeper things now to fully understand not just what is a broker, but to understand the differences of brokers. Why are there a lot of brokers? And are we safe to trade with any broker? What are the pros and cons that comes with the idea of just choosing any broker? Are there any differences if there are? So we are going to move on to that section now. So I'm going to explain here the differences of these brokers. We have basically, I can say 4 types of brokers. The first one is what we call a dealing desk broker. A broker can have a license to be a dealing desk. It's not a crime. And many people will never know this. A dealing desk broker, I'll give you some certain few examples of popular, I can say, brokers in South Africa that are or were dealing desk brokers. A broker like CyberFX, it came and it vanished. I traded with them for a short time. Okay. Then there was JP Markets. That's it. That's a dealing desk type of a broker. They also were very popular in South Africa until the regulators had to take their license away. And I also lost some money, over 20,000 US dollars, with this broker from Durban. It was called Inward Markets. It came, they declared bankruptcy, and where we see them in the market now, again under a different name. These things are just not good. We also have good ones with a liquidity that is reasonable, that they don't just go bankrupt. Brokers like Deriv.com, Binary.com, all those are dealing desk type of brokers. So you need to fully understand the features of a dealing desk before you put in your money. Their license permits them to, number one, to get access to the market. When they are in the market, they are allowed to get the prices of the instruments, and then they go to their platform, and then they display those prices for their clients. But it doesn't mean, please understand this, it doesn't mean the forex traders that are trading with that particular dealing desk broker, when they go to those prices that are being offered as ask and bid prices, it doesn't mean that these people, these traders are now connected in the money markets. Far from it. They will be dealing on the desk of the broker. This means that these are factors that many people don't understand. This means that when a trader is buying or selling whatever they are trading on a platform from a dealing desk, they are actually doing it on the back end of the broker. So if they lose money, they are making that broker automatically to be beneficiaries of that money. But if also on the flip side of the coin, if they make money and request a withdrawal, the dealing desk broker are the ones that have to take money from their pockets, from their coffers, from their bank accounts to pay this particular trader. So a dealing desk broker, it doesn't matter the name, it doesn't matter it's plus 500 or it's binary.com. As a trader, you have to know which type of a forex broker you are entrusting your funds. So I'm not going to go deep into these things because some of the sensitive issues, as a trainer, there comes a time when you have to sign some documents with terms and conditions. There are things that we are allowed to say, there are things that we're not allowed to say. Okay, so you have to bear with me. Some things, they are sensitive that I cannot talk about them. But what I'm trying to say is I highly recommend traders not to use any type of dealing desk type of brokers. Okay, for the specific reason that I will mention here. Number one, a dealing desk broker is allowed to trade, which is not a very good thing there. Because if I'm going to a broker to be their client to trade, and they are also trading, it's not a crime for them to trade because their license allows them to what? To trade. It's okay. But I'll explain further. Once it's a dealing desk, you must know this. The moment you lose money, I think I have said it, and as a matter of fact, I think I have to make this as a disclaimer or an announcement or whatever. Trading Forex is not for everyone. Trading Forex is highly risky. Your losses can actually exceed your capital. And you must first understand the risk involved and learn how to trade through a proper training program like the one that we are offering. Okay? It's not just a matter of participating and you're busy gambling there. It's a risky business. Okay, so as I was saying, once it's a dealing desk broker, if you lose money, you're actually losing that money to the dealing desk coffers. The broker becomes automatically the beneficiary of your funds. All right? So here's the disadvantage that I don't like when you're dealing with dealing desk brokers. If you are a talented trader and you are constantly making money and you are constantly requesting withdrawals, you end up facing challenges with this broker. A dealing desk does not want such kind of successful traders. because they are the ones paying you with their funds. That's why all these things now come to light when they are trying to manipulate you, manipulate your trades in all these kind of ways, or trading against you. Talking about trading against you, let's talk about this one. A dealing desk feature that you will find clearly is trade and price manipulation. The principles of supply and demand, they apply on a dealing desk broker, okay? On their platform, they fully apply. I think you know these issues of supply and demand. You will learn more about it as we go in our training. So, for instance, we are trading gold, and let's say the total of traders, let's say 5,000 traders are selling gold at that particular time. Okay, and let's say the total gross value of this investment of these 5,000 traders is $100,000. Okay, now the dealing desk broker, since it's allowed to trade, they can invest their own money, let's say 200,000, double to what all these 5,000 people have funded in this selling of gold. So the dealing desk puts their own 200,000 on a buying side. 5,000 people are selling, they put money into a buy, meaning trading against its own client. They are allowed to do that because they are allowed to trade. So all of you guys, you are selling gold, the broker then puts bigger money than everyone else in a buy. So what's going to happen? Supply and demand will apply to the direction of gold. So gold will change its direction momentarily, doesn't mean forever. And you guys who are selling, as the sellers now, you start panicking because you are realizing losses. And what happens? You are obviously forced to close your orders on selling gold. Okay? Once you close your losses, the broker, the dealing desk broker, has gained double. They've gained the profit in that, in the buying of that gold, plus all your money that you guys lost. So this is what we call manipulation. Although manipulation also includes things like freezing the trading platform, they do those things. Or charging abnormal slippages. You'll learn about slippages later, which we learn over and over these dealing desk brokers. So as a trainer, I'm not going to reveal everything. But what I'm going to just say is, if you are dealing with a dealing desk broker, guys, you are in for big surprises. Okay? Because of the nature of their license, which allows them to do all these abnormal things. Now let's jump over to another type of a broker, which we call a market maker or a market mover. I don't know which one you prefer to call them. So this type of a broker is a license which does not allow them to trade. That's the difference. Now this one, they are not allowed to trade. But if you lose money while you are trading on their platform, it's the same thing. You lose money to them. That money benefits them directly. Okay, so these are the things that happen. Now, on the other flips, on this other side of the coin, if you make money from their platform and you wish to make a withdrawal, they are the ones that are going to be paying you from their funds. Okay, that money does not come from the national banks or any liquidity provider. No, it comes from them. So these two types of brokers, well, the dealing desk or the market maker, I won't really recommend anyone to trade on such kind of platforms. Why? Because they are not really comfortable for one particular reason. When you want to withdraw, they are the ones who pay you. So if I make a huge withdrawal consistently every day, we are going to have problems because they feel they are at a loss. So I would prefer international banks to pay me or authorized liquidity providers. Okay? That is what I prefer. So there are the brokers that are funded by liquidity providers. Now let's go and try to discuss these types of brokers. These ones, we call them the ECN brokers. They are better than the previous ones, the dealing desk and the market makers. The market makers, there are so many. We talk about Plus 500, we talk about What Forex, talk about XM, we talk about which one, XNES. There are plenty. Okay, I'm not sure if XNES is still a market maker or now they are ECN, but there are a lot. Think markets, you can think of them. All right. So the ECN brokers, they are much better. Number one, by law, they must not trade, and they can't trade against their clients. That's the biggest advantage. Number two, they are not allowed to misinform clients. These issues of platform frauds because our servers or because there was a technical issue, all those are gimmicks to manipulate your trades. So an ECN broker is not allowed to do such kind of things. Number three, they benefit from admin fees, your transaction fees, volume of your trades, and commissions they get from liquidity providers or the banks. They don't make money out of your losses. If you lose money on an ECN broker, they also lose. So there's no way they're going to be trying to manipulate you because they benefit from your success. The more draws you make, they charge or they get commissions. Okay? So in summary, work with a broker that is not paying you, but a broker that is a liquidity provider that is funding or financing their operations. That's it. Okay, next we are going to be discussing about deposits and withdrawals. So talking about deposits and withdrawals, this is a very, very important part when you want to be a forex trader. The first thing that I'm going to recommend is that when we talk about deposits, guys, in forex trading, I always say, do not borrow money. Do not borrow money to participate in forex trading. This is very, very important. You should not borrow money. You should not use funds that are not intended for trading because of the nature of the business. It's a risk business. It requires training and understanding of risk and psychology. It's not an addicting thing to do. It's not a gambling place for gamblers. Not at all. This is actual business that involves buying and selling of financial instruments. It's like also an investment. But when you make a deposit, do not deposit something that is not intended for trading. Okay, I've worked with so many brokers on Plus 500. I remember I deposited only 4,500, and I managed to, in my very first months, I made over $50,000 to $150,000, not dollars, rands. Okay, because they have a rand account. If you check here, my deposit was just 4,500. It was meant for trading, and I made withdrawal 1.5, 4,000, 5,000, and I went on 2019. I was trading on inward markets. This was a dealing desk broker. We were doing fundamentals there with my team, making withdrawals. I think we made withdrawals for like 3 months. The 4th month, because they are a dealing desk, we were bothering them with our draws. They couldn't pay us anymore in inward markets. And this broker does not exist anymore. So everything I'm telling you, it's out of experience. Inward markets came, they got bankrupt, they disappeared. They were supposed to be fined and refund people's money. They never did that. Now they are called capital markets or something. They're still there in Durban. So you you cannot just jump into any broker. You need to know which broker you are dealing with. Okay? So withdrawals, it must be processed very fast. I was working, as you can see here, this was Blueberry Markets, a broker from Australia. Okay, they are highly regulated there in Australia. They can't operate here in Africa because they are not regulated for that. So there are some brokers that do license registrations using offshore licenses like St. Vincent and Dubai and all those things. Those are not the main licenses that you check and say, it's regulated in St. Vincent. I will not say why I'm saying this, but with the high experience that I have, at some point I also ran my own broker, okay, together with my team. So we know what we're talking about. We also had a license from St. Vincent. It's nothing. But there are types of licenses that you check. But as a beginner or as a general trader, you may not know these things. That's why you need to be guided. Okay? So withdrawals should not take up to 6, 7, 8 days. It should be within 24 hours to a maximum of 5 days if it's a normal banking international transaction. Okay? And it would be a very good thing if your withdrawals are being processed and processed by your broker, but financed by the liquidity provider, or it can be a bank or whatever, not from their coffers. We may have problems with that kind of a broker when we start making huge amount of money as withdrawals, requests, and all those things. Then another thing is, when you're making a deposit, it's between you and the broker. That's the middleman. There's no other third party. There's no Coach Tavona telling you to send your funds to Coach Tavona so that he can deposit for you. There's no such thing. Once you go that way, that is when you start getting scammed. Okay? So you can't allow yourself to run into such scams. When you deposit your funds, they go straight from your account, from your wallet address, if you are on cryptocurrency or Skrill or PayPal or whatever. There's no such thing as another person assisting you to do a deposit. And withdrawals, as you can see here, this was on Globex 360. This is $6,000 withdrawal. It goes from Globex straight to the owner of the account. Okay? So our company is Everlasting TP. That's why we have various accounts with Globex. We're no longer with Everlasting. Everlasting is no longer with Globex 360. We are now with Axie. For some reasons, I wouldn't say, but it's part of what I'm talking about today, that you need to know which broker you are dealing with. Okay? So you cannot just jump in. So withdrawals, when you request a withdrawal, the same way you deposited. If you deposited using your FNB account, that money goes back to FNB account. You can't be requesting the broker now to withdraw to another different location. I once had an experience when I was running our own broker. Someone deposited funds using cryptocurrency, and we captured their name. Now, after a month, a different person comes to claim that money as withdrawal, and she said the deposit was done by my brother, but he was doing it for me. So we're asking her, okay, where's your brother? He can still assist you because we don't know you, we know your brother. Okay, so it became a mess. the person was agitated and all those things. And it's not the broker's fault. People need to be taught, okay? They need to be guided. There's no third party. You can't use someone's bank account on your back office. You understand? So if you deposited using cryptocurrency, you can't then say, pay me via bank. Most brokers, they won't allow those things, okay? So be educated in that manner. You must know that deposits, I'm summarizing, deposits should be intended for trading. Deposits mustn't be borrowed money, and deposits are not done using third party or someone assisting you to deposit. You do it all by yourself. Better you ask them to teach you and then you go and do it for yourself. Okay? So that's how deposits are done. Withdrawals, they go back to where they came from. If you see a broker asking you why you want to withdraw, run away from that broker altogether. I will tell you about, I don't know if I should mess up their name, but this is what happened. This particular broker is right here in South Africa. They do NASDAQ, they do all these US 30 and DAX and all those things. With our software that you see here, this Grabber trading software for 261 combo, this software is a monster, this software right here. So I was using this software on this particular broker trading NASDAQ only. I think I deposited $450 or something. And then within 3 days, I was sitting on $1,528. And then I made a withdrawal of what? Of $1,000. They called me and said, why do you want to withdraw? You need to compound your money. We fought about my money. And on Monday, I saw the withdrawal. But it wasn't $1,000. It was $500. Then I went to check the platform. My account was non-existent. That's how they chased me away. So you need to know. We highly recommend you to trade with AxiCorp. If you go to our website at www.everlastingtp.co.za, they have a lot to offer. They are legit. They are highly recommended, top 10 in the world type of broker, and ECN as well, who are ranked number 10 in the world with all those awards. They have a live chat. They have customer care. They have anything that you would think of. Okay? So I would like to thank you so much for being with me in this first lecture of our training program. I hope and I wish you all the best. Just follow instructions. We are going to enjoy trading together. Thank you so much. My name is Tevona Gozo. I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you so much.